So we're going to press these buttons out here and we're going to check. So the minute I enter this, it's going to of course ask me for the input. The minute I press button 1, but the minute I press button 2, I need to have a print statement saying sending email. And of course, if there is an error, so I need to try this out. I need to put it in a try catch. So if there is an error, I need to say except runtime error. So if there's an error, then I need to be very specifically saying, okay, so what kind of errors can come? You can have a look at the documentation once again. When you send an email, it can be like SMTP recipients refused, nobody got the email, or hello error, didn't reply to the hello greeting, sender refused, or data error, or some kind of error. So all these errors together, we can put it in runtime error and say print error occurred in sending email. So we know exactly where the error occurred. You need to have these exception handling statements quite well when we run a code, right? So let's just make our check. So we're going to run this. When we run it, of course, hopefully there is no error. So there was, all these got executed. Okay, if there was an error, it would have printed username or password that you typed is wrong or something like that. So, oh, but there's an error. What is this? Connection unexpectedly closed. Oh, yeah, that's because the program stopped. So what we need to do is we need to make the we need to pause the main program out here so that the buttons remain. We need to rerun this, but when we rerun this time, let's also do printing ping successful, so that we understand things well. Over here also, when you log in, after logging, you should print login successful, right? And I think that's fair enough. And let's run this again and just check. So what does it say? Does it say ping successful? Nope, not yet. It didn't print that. Okay, so SMTP server connection unexpectedly closed. So we need to check this out. The error occurred at this point itself. SMTP object is smtplib.smtp smtp.gmail.com, 465. At this point, it occurred. So let's put another port number. There was another port number also mentioned, if you remember, port 587. So let's put 587 also and check. Okay, with that we must be, we'll understand whether, okay, so ping was successful, but authentication error. There was SMTP auth extension not supported by so there was an name SMTP authentication error. Oh, it's not defined. Oh, that's because this error is not defined. Okay, so we can have a look. Maybe we made a mistake somewhere in the error. Have a look at the error part of it. So let's go back to the error. SMTP authentication error, I think. Alright, so maybe we can, instead of saying SMTP authentication error, we can just say over here runtime error for now. All those errors together. So we'll just understand once again, right? So let's put it up. Let's see. Ping successful. SMTP auth extension. So SMTP auth extension not supported by server. Okay, so we need to just have a look at this login .pwd. So auth extension. All right, so let's have a look at our email also simultaneously. Maybe it's not supported out here. You can just load it out here and just check. It says we'll also have to, maybe we'll have to check the settings and make it a bit light. My account, you need to go and you need to say, you need to check with apps with account access. So trust them. Okay, allow less secure apps. We need to switch this on, without which you cannot log in from the same. Okay, so we'll do that and go back to my account or go back to my Gmail. That's what I want to do. So basically, okay, so let me run this once again. Just we'll check if that error occurs once again. Alright, so it has occurred once again. This we need to check and get back.